and he posts a photograph of him drinking Don Joolio tequila, which is a diss to Charles Jones. Charles Jones, Joolio, Foolio, was known in all of his social media to drink Don Joolio.
Joolio Foolio trial started last week for the first suspect, the female who allegedly was dropping the location and stalking Foolio while out in Tampa where he was taken out at. She just went to trial. Everything's finished up. Watch to the end to find out what happened. Just hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Follow me on Instagram at Worky, WURKIEEE on Instagram and all other platforms.
You think about it, everybody dissing everybody. People from out east diss they side, so of course they gonna say something, but it don't even be popular like that, like that for real. Foolio be the one talking, all his little niggas come, then other extra people.
So you are talking about out east, correct? That is a territory of 1200.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're talking about how the people in 1200 dish they side, correct? And then you're also talking about Papa, that's Little Papa, right?
Yes.
And who's Little Papa?
He's a rapper.
And you know that he also has a gang affiliation, is that correct?
I mean, he doesn't claim it, so I don't know.
You know your boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, is in a gang, isn't that true?
I don't know that.
That's something you've told your best friend since you were little, Jewel Jordan, that you knew that he was in a gang and that he was in it.
I never told her that.
You never
I said
said
I've
that?
heard allegations of it. My name is Alicia Andrews.
All right, Miss Andrews, you're charged with 2 counts. One is first-degree murder, and the other is conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Did you know that Charles Jones was going to die on June 23rd of 2024?
No, I did not.
Did you have any involvement in Charles Jones's murder?
No, I did not.
Did anyone tell you anything about a plot to kill Charles Jones when you went to Tampa?
No, they didn't. Yeah, I heard shots.
All right, tell me about the shots that you heard.
It was like a lot, and I looked at him like my mouth open like you heard that? But he didn't really pay attention to me. He like, what? So I didn't say anything.
After that, what happened?
He waits a little bit, then he drives off back to the Airbnb.
All right. At this point in time, what's going on in your head?
I mean, I heard a lot of shots, so I didn't know what went on. Somebody shooting in the air, somebody got shot at. I didn't know.
Did you know that somebody died?
No.
Did you know that someone got shot?
No.
Yes, of course, okay.
All right. And did you see that Charles Jones, Joolio Foolio, had died?
Yes, on TikTok.
And what did you see, if you can remember?
I think people were outside recording, like the hotel.
All right. Did you recognize the hotel?
Yeah.
And when you saw that on your social media, what did you think?
I mean, I was confused. I'm like, that's probably what I heard, but.
All right. And did you ask Isaiah about it?
Not necessarily asked him, but I showed him the video.
And what happened?
He was like, dang, and who page was it on?
Did he at that point tell you anything about him being involved in anything?
No, he didn't.
Did you think it was strange that you were in that area?
Yeah.
At a certain point in time, do you think that the individuals who were there, who were at the Airbnb, that they had anything to do with this?
I mean, at that time, I mean, I could say they were being weird, but I didn't think they would know. I don't know them personally to say, oh, they're a killer. Like, I don't know.
And when you say they were being weird, what do you mean by that?
Like, I remember I walked downstairs to get some ice. It's like everybody stopped talking. So I'm like, I didn't know what for.
Mr. Chance having maybe a celebratory drink. This is the next day around 2:30, 3. You can see he has to keep knocking. The person getting in that silver car is an Uber driver who they have called That is how they returned to Jacksonville. The defendant, Mr. Chance, and Mr. Murphy this time returned to Jacksonville. Now they're unloading, bringing out all of their kit and their gear, their weapons. There's Mr. Davion Murphy. Now they're getting sloppy because it's the next day and all of the conspirators are visible. There's Mr. Murphy trying to go back in. Mr. Gathright walking out with gear. They don't they don't leave the way they came. They flee from this murder separately and in a different format. That's Mr. Gathright. He leaves independent of the others in the Impala.
Objection, Your Honor. Counsel is now reading the evidence, stuff that's not even been introduced, Your Honor.
Well, because it's opening statement. He's just telling the jury what he believes the evidence will show. So I'm going to overrule the objection.
You can see Mr. Gathright goes over to the side, to the back, and that's how they got in the day before. The evidence will show Mr. Gathright, Sean Gathright, whose house they all started at with the Impala. He leaves, but he doesn't go back to Jacksonville. Mr. Gathright drives across I-4 to Polk County, to Auburndale, to his grandmother's house, where he switches cars. He leaves his Impala at his grandmother's house, and he takes her Toyota 4Runner. And he drives that to Orlando, where he goes out that night to a club, and he posts a photograph of him drinking Don Joolio tequila, which is a diss to Charles Jones. Charles Jones, Joolio, Foolio, was known in all of his social media to drink Don Joolio. That's where the name came from. He was notorious for that.
Mr. J. Dot.
All right. Okay. The fact that he paid for the Airbnb, that wasn't enough for an arrest warrant. Oh, sorry, go
The
ahead.
fact that he sent $390 on its own was not enough for an arrest warrant for Mr. J. Dot Breezy, correct?
Was it enough for a search warrant?
I can't.
Object
Yeah,
as to
that's.
all evidence. Sustain the objection.
You also know that Yungeen Ace is the leader of the rival gang in this case, correct?
I don't know that he's a leader. I just know that he's a prominent rapper, figurehead for the gang.
And he also rapped about the killing in detail. Is that correct?
The Tong Game Over had a lot of details of this specific homicide, yes.
All right. And he was never arrested.
That is correct.
There were no search warrants conducted on his phones.
There's no search warrants for Mr. Ace, Young and Ace's phone, no.
Or on his iCloud.
I can only speak to the 5 defendants who participated in this murder in Tampa.
Well, so you're telling me you can't say whether you conducted a search warrant on Young and Ace's iCloud?
Florida versus Alicia Latoya Andrews, case number 24 CF 1911996, trial division 1, verdict form. We, the jury, find as follows as to count 1, the defendant is guilty of manslaughter, a lesser included offense. We, the jury, find as follows as to count 2, the defendant is not guilty. So say we all, dated this 31st day of October 2025, signed foreperson of the jury.
Alright, so she was facing first-degree murder in the state of Florida, which was mandatory life. She got found not guilty of that, which means orchestrating and premeditated and planning prior. The jury found her not guilty on that charge. Found her guilty of manslaughter, which is more so like spur of the moment. It wasn't planned, but they know she wasn't a shooter or whatever, but they hit her with the manslaughter. The max is 15. Y'all get in the chat, let me know what year Foolio passed, because they got caught like a few weeks later. So she's going to get time served for that. I'm going to say 2-3 years. Y'all get in the chat, let me know how long Foolio been gone for. Her she has 4 co-defendants, 1 being her boyfriend. So when she gets sentenced in the next few weeks, expect either time served or the judge will give her the max with the 15 years. But either way, that's a win. She was facing life. She's still young. She looks about 20, 21. So worst case scenario, she come home when she about 30. Still got your whole life ahead of you. She did kind of throw them under the bus because the prosecutor was asking her, like, did the hotel that Foolio got killed in, did it look familiar? She like, yeah. She like, all right, the dudes that was in the Airbnb with you that came down here from Jacksonville, they didn't tell you nothing about the killing? She like, no, but when I went downstairs in the Airbnb, they stopped talking. And this was the day after Foolio got killed. She went downstairs and the killers stopped talking all of a sudden, alleged. Now the other 4 people still got trial. Her boyfriend and the 3 shooters. Boyfriend might luck up and get caught with a manslaughter too. But the other guys, man, they got him taking the weapons out the Airbnb and ordering a $200 Uber back to Jacksonville the next morning. And then they all snuck in the back door of the Airbnb because they didn't want to be seen on the Ring camera in the front. But then when it was time to pack up everything from the Airbnb, they went out the front. And the Ring camera shows all that big old bags that look like they got guns in it, allegedly. They show